Hi everyone, welcome back again for some more drawing lessons. Today we are going to learn how to draw somebody that keeps us healthy, and that is a doctor. Now you can draw a male or female doctor, that's up to you what you draw. It's pretty much the same techniques that you'll be requiring, but you can make little changes to make it look like a lady or a man. It's up to you. Having said that, you don't need much for this lesson. All you need is a piece of paper of some sort, A4 paper, could be a notepad, doesn't matter, as long as you've got something to draw on, as long as it's paper. And you'll be needing something to draw with, of course, a grey lead or a marker of some sort. If you just want to go straight up with marker, you can, or if you want to be able to rub things out, if you're not happy with something, you can rub it out. You're going to need to use a grey lead. You also need some things to colour in with, such as coloured pencils, maybe crayons, maybe pastels, doesn't really matter. If you've got paint, watercolour paints or acrylic paints, anything like that, you can also use that. You're more than welcome to use anything you like to colour in with. It's entirely up to you. Having said that, let's go and get creative. Okay, girls and boys, now you've got your things ready, everyone. I'm going straight up with a Sharpie. As usual, sometimes I go with a pencil, but for this activity I'm going to go with a Sharpie to draw our doctor. Now, if you want, you use a grey lead so you can rub things out. Now let's make a start on this. Our person that keeps us healthy in the community. So first of all, I'm going to start like sort of just a little bit maybe above the centre of the page. The centre would be about here, so I'm going to start a little bit higher than that. And I'm going to draw the eyes first. So let's draw a couple of eyes. So here's one, like that, just a circle shape. And then you want to have the other one about this far apart, sort of with that much room on the other side of the paper. So maybe here somewhere, two eyes. Now that one's not completely the same size, but it's alright because you can fix it up. Like that. Now inside the eye I want to leave a little reflection, so I'm going to do a little circle here and another little circle sort of over on the side too, like that one there, and then colour in the eyes. I'm going to colour those in right now. If you're using a pencil you don't have to do it straight away, you can do it later on if you go over it with marker afterwards. I'm going to have to get these perfectly the same size, but it's good if you do. You might see, just like mine there, that one might be a little bit bigger, so I go around the outside of that one again just to make it a little bit bigger. And around about the same size. And then shade it in, colour it in. So I've got my two eyes there. Not too bad, they're okay. So next step is the nose. And I'm going to do sort of like a little oval shape on the side, sort of right in between the eyes here, like this, sort of something like that. That's okay, you don't shade that one in, you can leave it like that. And then what we want to do is draw the face, the bottom of the jaw here, the bottom of the face, the jawline, and we're going to do that by just sort of starting about here in line with the top of the eyes, and we'll do that just about from here. Just leave a little space though, so it's not too close to the eyes. So we want it about here, coming down and around like this, and then back over about sort of around about the same distance that you did from that eye there, around about the same on this side. It doesn't have to be perfect, but that's okay. Next I want to draw the ears on our doctor, and the ears are just going to be just below this line here where we finished, where we started. Ear line's going to be here like this, and then one on the other side about the same position, and hopefully around about the same sort of size. Again, doesn't matter if it's a little bit off. Mine probably is a little bit different, but that's okay, not a big deal. Just like that. Okay, I'm sure our ears are not exactly the same size. They might be a little bit off, but that's alright. Now, next part, what we want to do is draw the mask on the doctor. They're using a face mask here, so they're not getting any germs onto their patient or receiving any germs from their patient. So let's do that now, and we'll do that by starting up around near the ear, the top of the ear there, and we'll bring that down just about here under the nose. So it's another curved line, okay, and that goes from about here, and comes down, around, and then back up again to a similar position on the other side there. Now we're going to draw in the mask lines here. That's sort of like the top of the mask where the elastic stuff is to hold the mask on. Okay, so now what we do is we draw a line, two lines. We want one coming down this way and another one coming sort of out this way. They don't have to be perfect again, that's okay. If they're a little bit further over that way, that's fine. And here is another line we need to draw, which will go basically from here just over to there like that, just to make it look a bit more mask-like. Comes down like that. Curve again, sort of following that curve, and then back again on this side, the same sort of thing, coming down there like that. Okay, pretty cool. There we go. Now, next we want to draw the top of the doctor's head. So here we go. Just finish off the top of the head here. That is what we're going to do, and we will, again, the top of the head is pretty rounded, so we're just going to do that. But our doctor's got also a cap on to hide their hair, because when they're in surgery, if they're doing surgery on someone, they don't want to have their hair exposed. So again, just bring that around like that. The top part of the head, the cranium, and then, as I said, they're wearing a cap. So what we're going to do is, to hide their hair, we're going to draw a line going from here all the way across the other side. It's a bit of a curve again, like that, just a curve shape. And then I'm going to put some little lines here like this, that what they are is sort of like, I guess like the stitching on this cap that doctors sometimes wear. So we're just going to do all these, a series of little strokes like that to make it look like they're wearing a cap. Again, see, mine's not perfect, but that's okay. Nothing is completely perfect. So next, what I want to do here, I'm just going to draw some little bits of hair in here. So there's a little bit of hair coming out the side of the doctor, of the doctor's hat to hide their hair, their cap, medical cap, and that's going to come sort of like that and just go up there, and then the same thing on this side from about there going down like that. So it sort of looks like their hair's poking out of the sides there, just like so. Now we're going to start to get into drawing the body here. So what I need to do now is sort of continue down from these lines here. I'm going to use those lines to continue down to start doing the body, and that's going to, I mean, you can go a little bit wider, it doesn't really matter if you're not in line with these lines here. My mask probably should have come over here a little bit more. If I thicken those lines up, I can make it look like my mask is sort of a little bit more over to that side. So anyway, we're going to draw the body coming down here. So we start here, we come down, stop about there, and then same thing here, about down like that. Two lines going down, and then sort of join those up with a bit of a curve, not a completely straight line. That's cool like that. Then so this is sort of like the, you know, the doctor's outfit that they wear. This will be like the shirt part of the doctor's outfit. So let's do a little bit of a neckline here. So a curve coming down like that. It's like a bit of a neckline. And we're going to draw a little pocket on. Actually, this is not a pocket. It's a. I thought it was a pocket. It's actually not a pocket. It's like a name tag for the doctor, because the doctor must be identified, because it's going to make sure you've got your ID. So here's the little tag, and do a little ID tag here, a little loop on it there, something like that. And then we're going to draw a couple of legs. So legs are going to be super simple. It's going to draw some almost like icy pole stick legs. So here's the legs. Come down like this, and then back up again, and then do the same thing on the other side. Here, back up again, just like that. And then a couple of long U shapes. And then for feet, we just do little lines like this. It's a pretty simple doctor, this one. Nothing too fancy. Now, what we need some arms. We sure do. Of course you need some arms. So let's draw some arms here. I'm going to have one coming out this way, curved up like that, and then another line here to make the arm, and sort of just close that off like so. And then we're going to do a bit of a sleeve line here like that. Then we are going to draw some simple hands. These ones are easy, just like this. A thumb, and then almost like a mitt, like the doctor's wearing a mitt. So there we have one arm, one hand. There, like that. Well, we need to draw the other arm, and that one's going to start a little bit lower, and be in a different position than here. So let's have a look what we do here. I'm going to draw a line coming out of here. Before I do the arm, I'm going to draw this. So watch this. I'm going to draw like a rectangle shape here, and that is going to come out like this, and it's actually holding, the doctor's holding a clipboard. So we have a clipboard sort of coming out like this, sort of like a rectangular shape here, like the doctor's got a clipboard there. And the other arm is actually sort of hidden back down here a little bit, so starting about the same line here, in line with that one, coming down like that. Now we're going to put a bit more detail on the clipboard, and that needs to have like the clip part here on the clipboard there, you know, that thing that springs down and holds the paper on the clipboard. And then we are going to have, like, there's a bit of paper on there. I'm going to draw another line up there, go across underneath that clip, and back down here like this, and finish that piece of paper off there, and then write on there, or do some lines on there to make it look like it's got some notes on it, sort of like that, and that'll do. And then I just want to finish that off by doing the bottom, or the bottom part of this mitt underneath, and sort of straight through here, imaginary line through there, and then like the hand is holding the clipboard there. Now, if you wanted to turn your doctor into a female doctor, or a doctor with long hair, could be a man with long hair, who knows? So there are all different hairstyles these days. So if you wanted to do that, all you would need to do is add a couple of lines, and those lines would come down here like this, So from the sides of the head, if you want to make some long hair, you can have some hair coming down like this, and even down here, and come back across like that, and do the same thing on the other side to make it look like there's long hair there. However, doctors should have their hair tied up and put underneath that cap anyway, so that there's no hair when they're in surgery that is dangling around the place, because you never know what kinds of tools and things doctors are using. It could be dangerous. So there's our doctor. What I'm going to do now is speed the video up and colour my doctor in. So I hope you enjoyed doing this doctor, and so as I said, I'm going to speed things up and do a little bit of colouring in. I hope you enjoyed this activity, girls and boys, and I will see you next time.
Flinter.